Speaking of expectations, The Athletic did a top 10 quarterback ranking that has been happening for the last 8 years, I believe, by said writer that did this. His name's Mike Sando. He said 50 executives and coaches and decision makers, and they put them in a tier process, basically tier 1 quarterback, tier 2 quarterback, tier 3 quarterback. Everybody's ranked. They ended up with their top 10 out of the point system, and this is how The Athletic fell. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Tom Brady. Number 4, Josh Allen. Now, he has the highest to win the MVP, and their Super Bowl odds are plus 650 when everybody else is at like 1,000 plus. So there's a lot of expectations there. Air Bear and the Chargers haven't made the playoffs yet, but been close and have looked great. Second-year head coach Staley, how will they do? He's at 5. Joey Burrow at number 6. Those are the only tier 1 quarterbacks via these 50 executives and coaches that do the voting in The Athletic and Mike Sando's article that has been going on for 8 years. Tier 2, reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford. Still getting little to no respect from a lot of people, although 7 is much better than he was ranked before he got to LA. Russell Wilson in Denver. Deshaun Watson still at 9, just like in the ESPN 1 top 50 poll. And then Lamar Jackson in the top 10 when he wasn't on the ESPN 50 executives. Now, I must say, to this Athletic article, he says it's 50 NFL coaches and executives, including, what is that? Is that 6? 6 general managers, 8 coaches, do the math, 14, 10 evaluators, that becomes 24, 12 coordinators, that becomes 36, 6 quarterback coaches, which becomes 42, and 7 executives, which becomes 49 people. So we don't know if it's 49 executives and coaches and evaluators and 1 Mike Sando,
Right.
or if the number's wrong, but it seems like there is a consensus around who are guys, who are not, and any of those fucking top 10 are capable of winning a Super Bowl, basically, AJ.
Did he only do the top 10 or do every team?
We did not pay for the entire article. We only saw the top 10, but we appreciate Sando doing this, utilizing his research to get actual takes from people that are in the NFL as opposed to analytics and pundits that are doing it. Aaron Rodgers, number 1 on the list. Tom Brady, number 3. Patrick Mahomes, number 2. I think that is just kind of where everybody is at right now going into the season. Here's the 3 guys. But if Stafford comes back and wins another or has a great performance in that McVay offense, which we're all expecting if McVay's new contract continues to go. What about Lamar Jackson? They lost, 4 running backs last year in a pretty running back dominant type of offense. He loses his number 1 wide receiver. If they have any running backs and he's able to not get hurt or avoid any of the injury stuff around the team or COVID, will he be able to jump up? Joey Burrow just led his team to a fucking Super Bowl. How you doing? Keep it moving. He's at the bottom part of tier 1. There is so much to be, kind of earned here. Who you didn't see there was Kyler Murray, the man that just got $160 million guaranteed, AJ.
Yeah, Kyler being out of the top 10. I would like to see where these GMs and these 49 people would rank Derek Carr as well. I don't know where. I think people are really torn on that guy, what they think he is. But Russell Wilson at 8. Are you a little surprised by that?
Yes, very surprised by that. I'm happy they put Herbert above him just strictly because I like young guys and new, fresh names getting up there. But Herbert hasn't really won anything. No offense to Herbert. No offense to Herbert and the Chargers. Haven't really won anything. Been close. Supposed to win a bunch. Everybody's forecasting them to win a bunch. I love the Chargers, love everything about them, but it is surprising they got Russell Wilson behind him just strictly because we know how everybody feels about Russell Wilson, it seems.
Well, I would wonder, though, too, okay, no, not to break down the list or whatever, are we saying this is the list of quarterbacks for this season, for this upcoming season? If you had to pick a quarterback, this is who we think the top 10 are. Or, hey, if you're on a team and you need a quarterback moving from here for the next 5 or 10 years, who do you take?
I think it's at this exact moment.
Yeah, because Tom's on there.
I agree.
I think it's at this exact moment. And, I don't want to be that guy, but I thought it was our job to do all the dick sucking.
No, that's a good point.
Why is he at number 1?
Seems like
Why is everybody doing this?
A lot of coaches and GMs are in that same boat.
What's that all about? How come?
They're
Why?
all carrying water.
Yeah, why is everybody doing the carrying the water thing?
That's ridiculous.
Fucking bullshit. That's what we're supposed to do.
Well, but they did on ESPN on Get Up this morning, they did kind of even it out by saying, like, hey, when is it too much for the Packers to continue losing these guys around Rodgers, and when will it just all fall apart?
I saw Moz doing a big dance at that.
He
one.
was.
I don't know
Yeah.
what he was saying, but I saw him really moving and grooving.
Yeah, it was also Overreaction Monday on Get Up, so we have to understand
Already?
that. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
wow. Okay. We got that coming
up.
up. I'm excited for that one to stare us down. I guess there's 4 more names in the Tier 2 quarterbacks that have Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford, and others already in it.
Yeah, number 11 is Dak Prescott. Number 12 is Derek Carr. 13 is the aforementioned Kyler Murray. And 14, Pat, you'll be happy to know, is Matt Ryan.
There we go. Astronaut.
I mean,
Navy SEAL.
Tier 2.
Guy's won an MVP before.
Come on.
Fucking went to a Super Bowl, had that thing won.
Wow.
Yeah, he did.
It's close. It's right there.
What happened? Why is it only 49 people, though? What happened?
Sando is the 50th.
Okay, so me and executives and coaches did a tiering system. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah,
think
does
so.
he have final say?
Yeah, how much is his vote worth?
And did he like send something to these people that says, here we go, write your top 10 in or your top 15?
No, it's a tier. It's a pointing
Tiers,
system.
yeah.
It's a tier.
I know, so did he ask this each one of these 49 people the same kind of questions, or did they fill something? How did that work?
So a perfect score was 1.0, which is what Aaron had.
Right.
So everybody said he's a tier 1 quarterback. So then I think there's like if somebody puts you as a 2 and then a 1, what's your final score? And they probably do an average of the whole thing, and that's kind of how it all works. So 1.0 is the perfect score, basically. And Aaron was, I think, the only one that had that.
Unanimous, everybody had him as a 1.
Yeah, so then if you have him 2, 3, or 4, that's obviously going to change your average for how many people are
Right.
putting you in there.
Okay.
I think.
Shocks me that people had like Mahomes and Josh Allen outside of tier 1 on some of their lists.
Yeah. That
Did
makes
they really?
Well, they would have to, right? Because they said Aaron's the only one that's
Yeah.
at 1.
Yeah. You can put one of those guys at tier 2.
I mean, even Brady.
Well, if he was 1.0, is it possible that everyone had him at 1 then? And like some guys had Mahomes at like 3 or 2 or
That's the thing. Is it like did they rank
Feels
the tier 1 quarterbacks based on their score then?
I think so.
Okay.
They have to.
I believe they did, yeah.
Or they wouldn't have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next to the tier 1. It just would have been tier 1 with some names.
So how many people should not be in the NFL anymore if they're putting Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes not in tier 1? What the fuck? I got some questions. Who are those 4 that work for one team personnel department? Is that the athletic team personnel department?
Do they have like a list of 1 to 10 in here, or did we put down numbers next to the name and now we're?
That's a great question. That's a great question because we didn't.
did
I have not paid.
really
no,
are.
I know.
They do. The athletic has numbers. on it.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
All right. So we would like to know who put Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen at tier 2. We'd like to know. Can we get that answer, AJ? How do you think we get that answer?
There's no chance. If they named like the GMs and whatever, they didn't give their names. They would have told their names if they were okay with it.
I wonder if there's anybody reading this article that isn't us or in the media. Like, if there's anybody in the actual NFL that's like, is somebody from our fucking?
There's no way anyone's breaking it down like this.
Is somebody from our team the one that put Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen in tier 2? Does anybody know who fucking Mike Sando is in here? Yeah. I would like to know. Where your tiering system went. We need to find out. Here's how it looks in the athletic article photo. Aaron Rodgers 1.
Back-to-back years.
Tier 1 voting. Voting average 1.00.
Okay, here we go.
Can we go to 2? Here, this is via the athletic. 2. 1.02. All right. So somebody
Did have him in tier
somebody
2.
had to put him in
Glad
tier
we-
2.
Yeah.
Go to tier 3, please. Or go to the next one, I'm sorry. 1.16. Okay, I don't know how that works, so I guess that would be 8 people. 8 people had him not, right? In tier 1?
Or did one person have him in like tier 3, and then it was all 1s and then 1 tier 3 person?
Then if
Possible.
Because
A lot of grudges. People hold grudges and have personal feelings towards certain players too, I think.
so 1 vote, unless it's the 4 random personnel, is worth 0.2, right?
Yeah.
That would be the change in
Right.
the entire
Apparently, 8 people put Brady in tier 2.
thing? Okay, so I'm pumped that the brain's coming together here. Yeah, so
8 people?
Hey, think about this. 1 person put Patrick Mahomes in tier 2 as well. If I'm an NFL GM, I would be calling Sando.
Find that guy.
Who was
Was it my fucking guy? Was it my guy that put
Get him out.
Patrick Mahomes in tier 2? Or can somebody please fucking give me some information on?
There can't be a tier 1 then. If that person's putting him at tier 2, could they say, hey, nobody's worthy of tier 1 other than Aaron?
No,
I think. Oh, you're right. So they had 0 tier 1s. This is like Madden with 99, except for All-Star.
You're also right about Mahomes. Only 1 vote in tier 2.
.02.
See, with Josh Allen, I figured like
0.2.
Brandon Bean was like, we need to knock this guy down a peg or two, just so.
Oh, you think Brandon Bean?
Yeah, maybe it was Brandon Bean who said, put Josh in the fifth tier. I can't have him thinking all this.
So I'm happy, though, that he let us know who it was that did this, because we spent a lot of time, judging the judges.
Yeah.
And that's literally what we're doing right now. The list is cool, Athletic. Thanks for the list. Follow-up. Who are the fucking morons?
Need names.
Who we would like to know. We'd like to know who had the 6'6" guy that is the current MVP favorite for the Buffalo Bills, who has made leaps and bounds every single season. We'd like to know who the fuck put the prototype as a tier two quarterback. Can we get that answer? We never will. No. Sando would have to roll over. Sando ain't doing
Sando's
that.
never
No. Mike Sando don't fucking do that, AJ.
More than 8 people, though.
Nope.
Why did we break it down
from getting
so
10
in
years
depth?
of this.
Not even the list, just how the list is put together. That's what we had issues with.
We need more of that in the world.
Yeah.
We need more of that in the world. Let's judge the judgers. That's what we need to do. And if the judgers are legit, all right, let's take them.
Yeah.
But if we got some questions like we already do, this thing is tainted with the fucking whoever's putting Josh and Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady at tier 2. We should have a conversation about whether or not we should give a fuck about this list at all. We do, because Sando put in a lot of hard work. But it's tough to take serious when there's that type of shit going on.
No.
We have gotten a hold of the author of the article from The Athletic that ranked all starting quarterbacks and quarterbacks that are currently competing for a starting role in a tiered process through 53 people associated with the NFL, 49 executives and coaches, 4 members of one team's personnel department. They ranked all the quarterbacks, and we have some questions. Ladies and gentlemen, author from The Athletic, world-renowned writer Mike Sando.
Hey, Sando!
Sando, what's up?
Thank you. Good to be on.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us, especially on short notice. We started diving into your list here, which has been happening for 8 years. Congrats. Nobody does anything. Nobody does anything for 8 years anymore. Everything kind of falls by the wayside. But we have some questions about the tier system and the process of how this whole thing goes. So we appreciate your time. You're telling us that at least one person, right, had Patrick Mahomes as a tier 2, Josh Allen, numerous people at tier 2. How does Aaron Rodgers was the only person that was completely universally said tier 1? That's why his score was a 1.0. And do any NFL teams reach out to you afterwards and say, was it somebody from our fucking team that didn't put Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady in tier 1? How does that whole thing work, Mike?
Thank God I don't just talk to one guy. What if I talked to one guy and Mahomes was in tier 2? I'd look like the biggest idiot in the world. But you talk to 50 people, you're going to get
53.
You're going to get some people with some different. I love the nuance. I love the attention to detail. It's very good.
No, it's real though. Like whenever you get the voting back and it has Josh and Patrick in tier 2, are you alarmed and startled by it as well as you're going through?
No, because all that is on the younger guys is there's some people that whatever want to see it another year or have a concern here or there. We could all say with Rodgers, Mahomes, Brady, there's like not really a discussion, right? I mean, we just know they are who they are. There's some other guys you could say with Burrow, well, he's had one injured year. He took him to the Super Bowl 1 year. Let's see him do it again. That would be reasonable. Herbert hasn't even gotten to the playoffs, right? But I think the vast majority, a high percentage, 75% of the people are saying, yeah, Josh Allen's a 1, right?
75% of the people. If I'm working for an NFL team and one of my fucking guys says Josh Allen is not a tier 1 quarterback, I'd like that person off my fucking team. You have no idea what the prototype of the NFL looks like. That's why we had to reach out to you so much. This is where your ranking took us to this conversation. So we appreciate it.
Yeah.